I witnessed terrible things. When we went from the Kursk offensive was the largest offensive from the Russians up to Stalingrad. You heard about Stalingrad?
Oh, of course.
Yeah, and the Kursk
3 years?
Yeah. So I came into a town, this I got to tell you. And suddenly we were riding in an ambulance. And the driver was singing, you know, and had a little vodka, homemade vodka and potatoes. He knew how to do it. He was Ukrainian, very nice guy. So suddenly we hear like 1,000 dogs crying. And then closer we came, we heard mixed with you, terrible, terrible loud. Louder than every few minutes we heard bombs bursting from the fields. We were always behind, you know, the front. We moved in as they moved forward. So my God, I said, my God, my ear. I thought it's me. I was holding my ears. So I noticed that the nurse and the driver and another medic, they're all holding their ears. I said, what's going on here? So when we come close, we saw a rabbi, a big, like they want to build a big building, you make a hole from big, deep, and it comes from there. So we stopped the ambulance and we looked down. We saw people. We saw a Russian priest, you know, with the long robes. Yeah, I mean, not Jews. There were no more Jews there. You know, we saw women and children, and policemen in the uniforms provided by the Germans. Down there, they marched them there and pushed down the whole town. I don't know what happened if someone killed a German, or they called it orderly Zurücktritt, orderly
eviction.
Yeah, so they screamed, help us, Jesus, Maria, help us. You know, they had to help. And yeah, they had animals there too. Some of them didn't know where they're going, so they took, I'm getting upset, so they took with them what they had at home. And everything was shouting and screaming. So our commanding officer from the back came on a motorcycle, on a German motorcycle. Probably he took it from the German. He said, what are you stopping here? Keep going. We have many wounded in the fields. I said, can we do something for those people? He said, you can do nothing. Just remember what you saw. Keep going. And you know, in Polish, and he kept screaming, go ahead, what are you doing? What are we stopping here? What do you think, it's a kurort? A kurort means a vacation place? I could never all my life I could forget it. I dream about it. The same way I dreamed about, I've just met you and I'm talking like to my own children. When I hear ambulance here, close here is a hospital. Now they opened up a new road, an old Georgetown road. On here, they used to come through here. Every time, at night time, when I had a police car or an ambulance, we used to jump. My wife knew already. Used to jump up. And I couldn't fall asleep after that. And I still suffer from that. And you know, always I have dreams. You know what? We're talking about something that happened in June also, in June 44. You know, some years. And I still, when I have dreams, I dream about the driver screaming, Holy Mary, Mother of God, please help me. And I tried to crawl toward him. I passed out. I never made it. I passed out because my legs were bleeding, my mouth was bleeding, my ears, blood came out. This was open, like an open one. Yes. So, but I always...
That was in the ambulance?
Huh?
Was that in the ambulance?
You know, my ambulance was blowing up. I was thrown out from the ambulance.
Yeah. So everybody was.
Yeah, we stepped on the mine.
Mine, yeah.
Why did we? Came an order from the Russians that you Polish, you go take a side road because we have big tanks and big trucks. You know those big reflectors who look for planes?
Planes, yeah.
Real big machines. One reflector goes on the truck. Said we have to let them by. You take the side road, a nearby road, a small road. So we took the side road. We stopped on the mine. And we were so happy. We were already in Brest-Litovsk, on Polish territory. Finally, we will liberate Poland. And look what happened. I was a mess. Oh, was I a mess? My both legs were numb. I couldn't move them, you know. So the nurse used to scream at me. What do you think? This is you Hotel Polonia in Warsaw? You have so many people laying on the floors, no room here. This is a field hospital. If you don't move those legs, we will amputate and send you off. I was laying there, I couldn't hear at first, because I was in here, I was bandaged. They put in a piece of pipe, you know the rubber pipe that you steal gasoline with? Yeah, a hard piece of pipe here. And I couldn't talk, so I just cried, and she kept cussing me, the doctor, calling me, you know, if a Russian doctor cusses you, a Polish doctor, his face will turn red, and they know how to cuss. So, not your God damn it is nothing, but your mothers, and the real thing, I repeated. So, but a day later, a nurse came in, and she saw me moving my fingers. So she ran and called in the same doctor, woman about 40 years old. She came in and said, he moved his legs. I said, tell him to do it again. I couldn't hear. No, she made me then. And she screamed out, Господи помилуй. You know, she could get 10 years for that. In Russian, you don't, you know, there's no God. Religion is opium for the people. So she screamed out, holy, Господи помилуй, thank the Lord, he moved his legs. I never forget that.
And you heard her?
Oh yeah, but she was so loud. She screamed out. She had a voice, a squeaking voice. Yeah. When I said goodbye, when I was already walking with a cane, so her office was on we were transferred later to another hospital, to a regular military lazaret. Lazaret means a hospital. So there were iron steps. And this was December, it was already cold and snowing. You could have got killed. The steps had the corners ice. You know, it wasn't the cleanest place either. No. He said, nobody come up here. You got all your papers, you all. He said, no, I want to come to say thank you. I want to say spasibo. She said, oh. And then she told me to be careful, and as soon as I get there to my headquarters, you don't save the world, save yourself. I remember that. Go into the doctor and see what they can do for you. We don't have, unfortunately, we don't have the medications for the short stops of bleeding. They have it, and this and the name. She wrote me down. And I said goodbye. She went over, took me in her arms, and wished me, may God be with you. May the Lord be with you. And this is a Russian, this is a communist. You know, she couldn't reach her position as a podpolkovnik for preaching God. She was a member of the party. And she said, and the tears, she wore a white uniform made of ribs, glossy material. And so the tears fall down on her chest and her breast. She was a big woman, and she wished me well. She said, let's hope that war will end soon. It was still the war, you know, was going on till May.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So She waited upstairs until she heard me downstairs already. You can never know, you can never judge people.
Mm-hmm.
So, on January 6th, I arrived in Majdanek in Dublin. I heard about it in one of my books, yeah.